Thank you for your interest in the Davis School District's 2015 Elementary School Boundary Study. This PowerPoint is one of the tools the district is using to communicate information about the study. The reason for the boundary study is because the district is opening 2 new schools in the fall of 2016. In order to determine which children will attend these schools, the district conducts a boundary study. 4 of the district's existing schools are part of this study because of their large student population as well as proximity to the new schools. Those schools are Eagle Bay, Endeavor, Snowhorse, and Heritage Elementary Schools.
Whenever the school district experiences growth, it first makes sure it utilizes all available space. When more space is needed, portable classrooms are brought in. When portables are not necessarily the answer, boundaries are adjusted, and when that isn't enough, year-round schedules may be used. Only after all those alternatives are used are new schools built, and growth in the west corridor of Davis County has led the district to build 2 additional schools in this area.
Over the years, the Board of Education has given the school district specific things to keep in mind when considering new boundaries. The new boundaries must optimize the use of all affected elementary schools without exceeding the extended capacities of each school, must last for 3 to 5 years, should be contiguous if possible and consider geographical and man-made boundaries such as highways, railroads, etc., minimize cost and maximize safety, minimize the disruption of junior high school feeder patterns, and provide the best mix of benefits to the greatest number of students affected by the proposed change.
In drawing new boundaries, the district considers many things, such as areas of high, medium, low, and no growth, fill levels for each school, space requirements for special programs, moving blocks of students rather than individual students from schools that are overcrowded to those who have space, determining the impact such a boundary would have on the school sending those students, and balancing student enrollment equally while also considering what the future may hold as far as growth goes in a particular area.
The district informally started the boundary study last year as it began to consider the addition of the 2 new schools. It looked at growth patterns, considered current student enrollments, and met with city planners to find out where future developments could occur in the area.
The district has also met with your school community councils and will hold an open house on November 19th at Centennial Junior High. All interested parents will be able to see the proposed boundaries. The Board of Education also plays a part in the process and will be scheduled to give it consideration in December and January. After that takes place, teachers will be hired.
As you look at this chart, you could see the enrollment of schools in this area will continue to climb.
This is another visual of student enrollment and projected enrollment that would occur if the 2 new schools weren't opening in the fall of next year. When 6 schools open their doors, the average size of the school would be about 632 students. In 5 years, that number is expected to grow to 772 students. While these averages would be optimal, they aren't always reasonable within the boundaries that are established.
So, knowing the school district is adding 2 more schools, the challenge is to split 4 existing school boundaries into 6 new ones.
This slide shows the ability the district has to locate homes in which students reside. The district is able to do this by using a GIS, or Geographic Information System, that allows us to take existing data and manipulate it in a way to pictorially see where students live. It calls it its measle map.
The next step the district takes is to draw polygons along natural boundaries like railroads, major roads, city lines, and subdivisions. This is just an effort to break up the school population into smaller, manageable groups.
After polygons are drawn, the district uses the measle map and counts how many elementary children are in the area. These areas are labeled HR for Heritage, SH for Snowhorse, ED for Endeavor, and EB for Eagle Bay. In the upper left corner, for instance, HR00 means Heritage 00 with 647 students residing in that area. Closer to the middle, SH03 is Snowhorse Polygon 3, with 153 students in that area.
One particular aspect to this boundary study is that schools in this area also teach Chinese immersion and Spanish immersion. This slide reflects where students in an immersion program live versus those who are in a traditional English program. It is the district's goal that when the boundary study is done and when boundaries are approved, that students will have more room to learn and that boundaries will remain for the next 3 to 5 years.
We appreciate your interest in the boundary study and we value your input. If you have questions or concerns regarding the boundary study at your school, please call 801-402-5616 and leave your comments or email elboundarystudy@dsdmail.net.